As I say, picks and shovels, then you gotta dig the gold. Didn't get the gold today. Hopefully we're gonna get it in the future. So we got a first shot at that 72 Bronco, which is a beautiful original truck that I think we can save, but we did get. Alex, good morning.
Morning.
So we're gonna go out to Buffalo, Texas.
All right.
I actually bought a Corvette from this guy. He says he remembers me 30 years ago. I honestly don't remember it. But he kind of messes with stuff on the side out on his farm and chases cool stuff in the countryside. But what we're going to look at today, 78 CJ7 V8, which I'm confident we're going to buy that. He's got a 69 lime gold Bronco, which we had a tentative deal on, but now he's not so sure that he wants to sell it. So I'm going to have to use some of my best mastery to talk him out of that. 69 GS 350 California car. It actually says California on the quarter, I believe. And a 67 Mustang Coupe. Looks like it's Olympic gold. It is a deluxe car. We're bringing the 2-car trailer, but we're looking at 4 cars.
Yeah.
I have no idea which 2 we're going to end up with, but grab your cup of joe and let's go. So 130 miles, we're in Buffalo, Texas. We had Buffalo Burgers in Houston last week. Yep. All right, so let's go try to close a deal with Mike. Mike.
Anyway,
How are you?
it's fine. Sometimes those directions and
Yeah, his said one thing, mine said the other.
Yeah.
Mine was evidently wrong.
yeah,
Are we okay to park there for a few minutes?
yeah, I think we get by this in a few minutes, but
I imagine you know the local sheriff, don't you?
I do.
I bet. That's a nice thing about being in a small town. We know them all too.
But here we are.
Now let's look at the CJ7 first. That's going to be the easy one, right?
Right. It's pretty rough, but it's.
Wow, that hadn't been done in a while.
About 10 years. It's been in a building, but before that it had been stored outside. It had been left outside.
Power steering, power brakes, G7, the Alpine White.
Looks like the flank had been repainted at some point, and it's got some rust on it. You know, I don't know if it's necessarily something to be salvageable, but it certainly ought to make some good parts.
Well, we can restore anything.
Yeah, I know you can, but
I might be the only guy crazy enough to buy them this rough, but if we can't restore it, we'll use it for parts.
But anyway, the main thing I felt like that maybe that you'd have some interest in it was because of the fact it was power steering, power brake, V8.
No, it's a actually really good option.
And hadn't been super molested. I mean, it's been molested, but
It just needs to come apart and go back together. Yeah. All right, well, you got a deal on that one.
Okay.
I won't even beat you up on the price. Now let's look at the Mustang next.
This old car, I went back and pulled the paperwork. Years ago, I had a bunch of Mustangs. By this point, I had this car in 09, had bought this car in 09, as it says today. And I sold it to a guy less than 2 weeks after I bought it. And it had been parked at his property since 09. He recently went through a divorce, and I basically bought the car back from him.
Okay.
The car's rusty, floorboards are rusty in it, but it is a V8 car. It was a V8 car. It was a power steering car. It was an AC car.
A Texas car too, though.
Right, it's a Texas car.
So the rust in the floor is probably just from water.
Right. Of course, it was a vinyl top car. It's got, again, it's pretty rough.
So the main reason we're looking at that is people are building rest on mods out of the coupes now.
Yeah.
The fastbacks got out of reach, convertibles got out of reach, now they're building the coupes. But also, if somebody wants to build a fastback, you can buy the roof for these now.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating we do that because we don't have enough time, but even the core 65 to 68 coupes are becoming popular. Mm-hmm. There's just not a ton of them around. It looks like original paint. I mean, it's not rusty. quarters are pretty decent, Alex. I mean, somebody probably built that. So, what's kind of interesting on this car is this is an early 68.
Right, because it's a 289 car.
289 and not a 302.
Right.
Kind of unusual. Do you notice that, Alex? Most of 68s are J code or 302 cars. This is a C code 289 car, so early on 68. Also 68 was the first year with an exposed VIN. Right there. So let's see, you got a 1.7 something. Yeah, 500. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see that? And I originally sold the car. 515 and I actually sold the car first time. And it's the same condition today as it was. Or it deteriorated a little bit. And then when I bought it back from him, it'd been sitting in the same spot for the last.
So you got a bill of sale from him to you?
Yes.
Okay.
For him. That's the original bill of sale that I sold him, and then here's the bill of sale back to me. His name is Curtis Blair.
Okay. That makes sense. A little bit helpful.
Anyway, those cars, I don't know if cars are repairable, but it's certainly a good torque car.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that. Well, I know we've talked on your Bronco quite a bit. You're not sure if you want to sell or not. Kind of look at it?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Does your forklift work?
Yeah.
That was Alex's first question.
Here's what's wrong with it. We've actually put a new fuel tank in it and a carburetor.
Okay.
It's been running until just recently, and the starter has Bendix has quit the starter.
Okay. Is this a local truck?
It was originally bought at Waco.
Okay. Awesome.
It's
Waco, Texas.
It's basically a two-owner previous to me. It was bought by a gentleman named Ben Reeder that owned the local lumber yard, and it was sold to. He sold it to Gene Lee, which is a local contractor, dirt contractor.
Okay.
And it's still in that has ended up in that family. That's where it's come from there. But what you see is
It looks like original paint, isn't
it
it?
is original paint.
Original
That's about
paint.
all. Yeah. And it hadn't been cut. I bought several of these old Broncos, and they were all the fenders were cut, for flares
Right.
and all of that.
Just like the one we just bought, Alex. It is a U15
Yep.
G code. Should be a 302. 302 two barrel. We just bought a one family owned one out of Mesquite, Texas,
Right.
about 3 days ago.
Right.
And it was unusual. And you're in the body shop business. I don't know if you've seen this color before. The color is chrome yellow from the factory.
I believe it. Yeah.
I haven't owned one that color before.
Right. They had, Ford used a bunch of yellows back then. A lot of unusual colors. We were talking about that today. What do you think it'll think for us, real?
Well, I mean, we were.
The miles are going to be right on.
What did they show?
33,265.
Yeah, so 33,000 miles, not 133,000.
Right. Pretty sure that's right.
Well, I like the color.
It's very cool.
Yeah, I like the color. I do.
It'd been used for the farm. I mean, that's the reason it's got the bumps and bruises on it.
Yeah.
It was a farm deal. What they used it for. Just utilitarian.
I think we were talking on the phone. I offered you.
Right. I think that's what it's.
I want to buy it. I brought cash.
Yeah. But I'll tell you this: if I get ready to sell it, you'll be the first guy I call.
Okay. Can we look at the GS too?
Sure.
While we're here?
Yeah.
All right. So open the glove box, as I always do on a Bronco, to look at the VIN number, and pulled out the original owner Certicard in there, and it's a friend of his. And he's still got his phone number in his phone, which is really cool. So he's going to track down the whole history of this. He's going to give his first shot at buying it. So hopefully we'll be back soon to buy this one. That'll be cool.
Yeah. I'll get all that. I didn't want this old car, but it was something I thought needed to be saved.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of good interior pieces. They had about 5 different tarps on it. It's been sitting at the same place the Mustang was sitting, and you can see what the tarps did to it. These
the
cars
tarps just killed. Alex, this is what I wanted you to see over here on this quarter. GS California. Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
And this is just a 350 car, right?
350.
It's probably rougher than I'd want to say, but the biggest problem is the hood's damaged.
Yeah. That and the hoods are just extremely hard to come up with.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah. It just needs a home. Somebody else.
5 years ago, I would have bought this.
Right.
But I don't know if I'm getting braver or smarter or lazier. I'm not sure.
I understand.
Maybe all three.
But the old car, it's worth saving, I think.
Somebody will want that. I don't disagree.
Saving it for, if nothing else, for.
Is the motor in it?
No, the motor's not in it.
Motor's not, okay.
But it's cheap.
I'll ask some of my Buick guys and see what they say.
But it's cheap.
What do I got to pay for the Mustang parts car?
What do you want to get for it?
Not as much as you gave, but I think that's going to be a hard deal to sell.
Tell me what you want to get for it. You know what the market is.
What if I give you your money back?
I think I'd be okay with that.
Okay.
The main thing is it'll go somewhere maybe it can be used.
Oh, it'll get used.
Yeah. That's the reason I drug this stuff in. It's not for the profit, not for the money. It just needs to be. It's getting hard to come by, and it needs to be gathered up for it. So much of it has lately went to the crushers.
Yeah, it's a drag.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in the Bronco. I really like that.
Well, like I say, if we do something, we'll certainly.
Okay. And I'll pay you more than I offer for it.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll get something.
What's the easiest way to do this?
Probably the easiest way to do is
I can
spin around and back up in here, and we'll
pick them up with the forklift.
We can pick it up with the forklift and sit down there. Probably as easy as anything.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem.
Okay. Have at it, Junior.
Great.
Let Alex back it in here. Let him have the little pressure.
There you go.
See if you can find me another Jeep next time I come back. We're gonna buy your Bronco. Anything 76 to 86 in CJ, I'll take.
Okay.
5, 7, or 8.
We end up with a lot of these things. It's like this one, like I say, I had known where it was at forever, and it showed up on Marketplace, and I called him. I said, "Hey," I said, "what are you doing?" And I went and got it.
That's cool. V8 power steering, power brake, CJ7.
So.
All right, Alex, strap them down. I'm hungry. Last question.
Okay.
Not that I asked too many questions, but maybe.
No, you're good.
Favorite food in town? And I've heard of a place. I've had 3 different people tell me this.
Probably the best food in town. The farm up here on the right hand
That's
side.
it. And I didn't tell you that, did I?
No.
I had 3 people recommend that. I said, well, I'm going to ask Mike because we always go with whatever the owner says.
Hey,
well, that's what we're going to do. You're welcome to join us if you want to. Otherwise, that's where we're going to go.
We're going to go back to the office and try to take care of other things. So.
Thanks for your time, and thanks for holding that for me.
Yes, sir. Not a problem.
All right.
We enjoyed it.
Well, as I say, picks and shovels, then you got to dig the gold. Didn't get the gold today. Hopefully we're going to get it in the future. So we got a first shot at that 72 Bronco, which is a beautiful original truck that I think we could save. But we did get 68 Mustang Coupe and a 78 CJ7 V8 power steering, power brake Jeep. That's a good Jeep to restore or use for parts. Off to lunch. I am starving. Didn't eat breakfast today, so this is going to be a world's record on appetizers, guys. You're going to love this. They got fried everything in there. They've got fried green tomatoes, they got fried green beans, they got fried okra, they got fried everything. Let's do this.
Hi guys.
Hi ma'am, how are you?
Good.
We have 4.
Sit wherever you want to sit.
Okay. Is it okay if we film our meal?
Sure.
Outstanding. That's what we want to do. Well, I'll sit in front of the bar. I'm pretty comfortable there. Well, my goal is to put myself in a food coma so I can sleep on the way back.
Very good.
Can you do that?
Yes, I can do that. What would you like to drink?
I will do a water and an iced tea.
Sweet or unsweet?
Unsweet.
I'll get a Dr. Pepper.
Crawfish queso.
Okay.
Fried green tomatoes. Texas toothpicks. Fried green beans. Fried pickles. Fried, fried, fried.
The queso's not fried.
Can you fry the queso?
Well, the chips.
The chips are fried.
Chips are fried. So
Okay.
got you covered.
I think that'll be good for a start.
The
Dandy.
onion rings.
Okay.
And the fried green tomatoes.
All right, so we've got fried green beans, onion rings, fried pickles, fried green tomatoes, and fried jalapeno toothpicks. Outstanding. And homemade rolls with cinnamon butter.
Correct.
Where do I start?
I would get a plate and just a little bit of it all.
I think I'm gonna do one of each, end up with the jalapenos,
Yeah.
and then calm it down with that.
Yeah, and these really aren't that spicy. It's just the flavor. I mean, sometimes they'll be a little thick, but there's no ribs or seeds in the jalapenos.
All right, I'm starving. Let's get after it. Get a little green. Ketchup. I'm gonna try to hurry because I know everybody's starving. You want some ketchup, Alex?
I'm good. I'm gonna watch you.
I'm gonna do one of each just real quick. Green bean. Excellent. Fried pickles. Not too hot, got a little bit of kick to them. Fried green tomato. Wow. And it's hot. I'm gonna cut that and let that breathe just for a second. It's green. While that's breathing, I need an onion ring. Look at that. So what Pharma is well known for, we haven't been here before, but I've heard this from some people in Dallas, is they supposedly have phenomenal steaks, but they don't serve them until 5 o'clock. But this looks very familiar to some of the onion rings you see at the large steakhouses in Dallas. So far, it's outstanding. And rumor has it, they've got the best filet in Texas. So next time we buy something from Mike, we're going to come down around 4 o'clock.
Oh yeah, we need to.
So we come here at 5 o'clock and try a steak. Well, the appetizers are fantastic.
The chicken fried chicken. The two sides is mac and cheese and pinto beans.
Sounded like you said. Okay, what would you like?
I'm going to do the ribeye steak sandwich. I would like that thinly sliced, grilled and served on a jalapeno bun with mayonnaise, Swiss cheese, grilled onion, and mushrooms if possible.
That's exactly how we do it. It's perfect.
I'm kidding, I'll have the ribeye steak sandwich.
Would you like a side?
I think we have enough sides, unless we missed something.
I think you pretty much got it.
Oh, I think the crawfish queso.
You want to try that?
Yes, please. That is crawfish and queso? Outstanding. I love queso.
That was hot.
It's hot. It's good though. I'll tell you what, this queso is fantastic. But look at this. If you get over there in the corner, Alex, look at all that
Dang,
crawfish.
look at all that.
Outstanding. Really good.
Chicken sliders.
That's for Zach.
All right, ribeye steak sandwich.
Right here.
Okay.
Oh, look, Alex, it's got macaroni and cheese like you like. Jalapeno bun. What'd you order?
Chicken fried chicken.
Okay.
Last but not least, here we go.
Well, I got to cut it in half before I eat
Thank
it.
you.
You're welcome. Anything else you need?
So it's a jalapeno bun, feels super fresh, super cheesy. Look at that. That was a bad idea. Wow. Mine's good.
I haven't tried mine yet.
I mean, that really is an incredibly good sandwich. And they made it just like I ordered. So this ribeye sandwich, thinly sliced, grilled onions, mushrooms, special type of mayonnaise on jalapeno bread. This is definitely the best bite. You know how when you have a pan of brownies, you get the middle out of it? You know what I'm talking about, Alex? This is it. That's seriously good. Wow. Eat your macaroni, Zach.
Okay.
Well, I've already had an inordinate amount of fried stuff, which was all fantastic. Just to recap, fried green beans, fried jalapeno strings, fried pickles, fried green tomatoes. Now we've got fried catfish and fried shrimp. My problem is, their sandwich is so freaking good I don't want to put it down. I guess I gotta try that now. This is one of their specialties here. Shrimp or catfish? Shrimp. Ooh, it's hot. Really good. Wow. Now we gotta try catfish. So far I think we've had like, what, 7 items? Yep. It's a good thing I know how to wash my hands. That's a mighty fine fillet there, Alex. Mighty fine. I think I'm approaching max limits. My eyes are much bigger than my stomach today again. Yours looks like it's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, beans. Zach, eat your macaroni.
Oh, sorry.
Wow. I think that's the first time we officially spent more time eating than we did doing the buy and load the cars.
Yeah.
It's not because the service was slow, because it was great. We just ordered an inordinate amount of food. Loved it. Now, back to Wylie. Boom, there you have it, Buffalo, Texas. We finally made it down there, Alex.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna give it picks and shovels.
Mustangs and Jeeps.
And we tried to dig the gold. The Bronco was killer, was it not?
Yeah, it was.
33,000 mile line gold 1972. We didn't get it. He says first shot. I hear that a lot. I think we will get it. However, we did get a good 68 Coupe Core car, 78 CJ7 V8, power steering, power brake, great Jeep. And I'll tell you what, farm up was outstanding.
Yes.
One of the best meals we've had on Coffee Rock so far. Is that not true? I ate a lot. I'm in a food coma. I'm going to go home and pass out. Please like, tag, share, and follow. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.